Welcome to episode 181 of the Radio Control Show, sponsored by AMEandHobbies.com, your one-stop RC hobby store. Model Airplane News executive editor Deborah Cleghorn was in Cleveland, Ohio last week to check out the very latest in the RC industry. Let's see what she found.
Hi, I'm here with Roy Alhado, who's a senior brand manager for Horizon Hobby on the air side, and he's going to talk to us about their new Super Cub, which is a beautiful airplane. It's right here, and it has a lot of great details.
Yeah, this is the quarter scale Super Cub. That's a PA-18 150 Super Cub from Hangar 9. It's a newest addition to our giant scale lineup. Basically, we had a lot of success with the quarter scale J3 Cub that we had in the lineup, and this is more of a follow-up in the same family in terms of having a giant scale civilian plane.
Yeah, well, it's certainly gorgeous. It has functional flaps and functional sprung landing gear, right?
Absolutely. We included a lot of scale details in order to make it represent the flying of the true scale plane.
And it comes with a full body pilot?
It does. It does have a full body pilot that's included inside to really add to that scale realism.
So what kind of power system do you recommend?
It's been designed for a 20cc to 26cc gas engine, or if you're going to use glow, 1.2 to 1.6.
Great. Well, we are super excited to get our hands on one of these, so stay tuned for the review in Model Airplane News.
The December issue of RC Car Action is hitting the newsstands and is full of tech tips and reviews. From building shocks the pro way with Adam Drake to understanding roll center, it's all in there. This month we get sideways with the 10 scale Traxxas rally car, and we have the world exclusive on it. Rally cars are now all the rage, and Traxxas has done it again. As soon as it came into the office, I couldn't wait to get it open, so I charged up the pack and I hit the park with it. Runs really awesome, and I gotta say, it's not like you're gonna expect. I could see this being the next class at any short course race. Rally car, as you can see, comes with a pretty cool body and rally-inspired wheels. This body is available in 4 different color schemes. Underneath, you'll find that the tires are rally tread pattern tires. They are specially designed just for this vehicle. The biggest thing that you'll notice, though, is the new low center of gravity chassis. What that does is in conjunction with new lower bulkheads and new lower motor mount, drops the motor down 30%, drops the battery down 38%. On each of the 4 corners, you'll find the race-inspired / 4x4 suspension with oil shocks and sliding drive shafts. Traxxas has also included their VXL3 Valenion brushless speed control and motor system. The system is waterproof, so you can run it through puddles or mud or anything you can throw at the vehicle. It's got low center of gravity, so on the gravel it's got enough ground clearance, but you can get over just about anything, but at the same time it handles like a dream. I've been driving this car a lot, and it's a pretty awesome little vehicle. On the gravel, on pavement, on the track, it jumps really nice. It's got tons of power. This thing is so cool when you really light it up. Throws out the rear end just like a real rally car, but you can still hang on to it because it's got a good control due to that low center of gravity. Check out our world exclusive full review in the December issue of RC Car Action magazine, and see even more video on rccaraction.com and in our digital edition.
Hey, all you speed freaks out there. Tim Smith Racing and his crew cracked 167 miles per hour before destroying the car in their attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the fastest RC car. Tim set out for a second attempt at Shafter Airport in Bakersfield, California, but the attempt went up in smoke, literally, as Tim lost his second car. Stay tuned as we continue to follow his next attempt in November.
Okay, radio's on.
I'm ready. Ready to go. Preset ready, okay?
Woo! You all right?
I'm fine.
Wow, I thought that was taking your leg out.
I jumped right at the right moment. Woo!
I jumped right at the right moment.
You need a picture of this.
We're all good, man.
Bill from Southbury, Connecticut writes, I have been flying RC planes for several years, and I just moved up to bigger gasoline-powered planes. I'm having trouble with my servo arms coming loose after only a few flights. What can I do? I did not experience this problem with my smaller planes.
Hey Bill, having your servo arms come loose during flight is really a symptom of something that's wrong somewhere else in your airplane, and that of course is vibration. And vibration in our model airplanes come from the engine. So there are several things that we can do to minimize the effects vibration have on our airplane. Of course, the main thing is really to install all your servos properly. And what I like to do with the giant scale airplanes is I like to make removable servo trays, and I use light plywood, you have them properly installed this way. You can screw it into place, and of course you can take it out easily with just a few screws, and you can inspect and do any type of maintenance, replace the servos or whatever you need to do, much easier than if it was a permanent fixture with inside your fuselage itself. Another thing that I do is I add a couple of layers of plywood underneath the tray itself, and what that does is that it increases the purchase for the threads in the screws itself, so it gives it more material to bite into. Finally, use some thin CA glue. I use Zap, and I put a drop or two in each one of the holes before I screw the servos into place. And what that does is it hardens the material, so you can really thread each one of the servo mounting screws into place without having to worry that the threads itself could rip out of the hole, under stress. So that's pretty good there. Once you've screwed your servo arm onto the servo and all your linkages are the way they're supposed to be, is to take some clear RTV or silicone seal or goop adhesive, something like that. Take a little bit on your finger and then just put a very light smear on both the servo arm itself and a part of the screw that holds it in place. You don't have to cover the servo screw head completely. You just want a little bit on the edge there, and that actually helps as like a little bit of a Loctite kind of thing, and prevents that screw from backing out. Last thing to think about is to look at your whole airplane. Look at it as a whole of all the parts and not concentrate just on one small problem that you're having. And this is especially true after a hard landing or a crash. So, till next time, make sure you go fly safe.
Check out these new Proline Black Diamond shock shafts for the associated B4.1, B44.1, and TLR22 buggies. These shafts are precision ground from an ultra alloy for the highest strength and tightest tolerances. They're coated with the same black diamond DLC coating found in the suspension and engine components of Formula One, NASCAR, and factory motocross bikes for virtually zero friction and maximum performance. The coating is harder than tinitride shafts and deliver 10 times less friction for the smoothest action possible. Our congratulations go out to the whole Proline team as they are celebrating their 30th anniversary in the RC industry.
The RC Car Action Buyer's Guide is 200 pages and features all the hottest new products, gear, and vehicles the RC hobby has to offer, as well as some of our most killer content yet. Check out Losey's Desert Racing 5T as it conquers the dunes of the California desert. The RC Car Action's Buyer's Guide also takes a look inside some of Kevin Jowett's killer scale builds and much, much more. It hits newsstands on October 29th and will be available for immediate download at AirAgeStore.com, iTunes, and Barnes & Noble. Head to your local hobby shop or newsstand for the December issues of Radio Control Car Action and Model Airplane News, or get it now on AirAgeStore.com, iTunes, or BarnesandNoble.com. Thanks again for joining us on the Radio Control Show, and we'll see you next time.